we would love to see Andretti Autosport in Formula One. Just for the listeners at home there, Mario, like, has there been any news at all, or any progression maybe in the talks of the entry going forward in the future? Is there anything at all you could comment at this stage?
Well, the project is going on absolutely. I mean, every single day we're on it, and just trying to satisfy, trying to understand what they really want from us. And I think up to this point, everything they've asked, we've satisfied. I hear, some comments here and there that, we're probably not credible enough because, oh, you have to understand, it's for the long term. No kidding. I mean, the plan that we're making is a minimum. I mean, right now you already have a plan of 10 years or more as far as the involvement. We're not rookies in this area. We may be rookies in Formula One, but not in the sport. And the sport is the sport, that we understand. We know the magnitude of that undertaking, and we're ready to do it. And just please accept us. That's all I can say. And like I said, we're working every possible angle and tell us what we need to do. But Michael is on this thing every single day, and but a lot of things are already in progress, just hoping and trying to think that okay, we're going to give it the official go ahead, because once that's done, they're already almost a quarter of a way there already, because we want to be on the grid in 2024.
That would be amazing, Mario. And again, like, I'm so thankful for your honest response there. And it'll be a lot of reassurance to all of our listeners at home as well that it's still going, that we're still pushing to get an entry, because I can't see why not. The Andretti family, as we touched on before, has so much history, so much success, even just in relation to Formula One. So for the FIA and for those governing bodies to make it such an obstacle to trade, for teams and owner teams like yourself and obviously Michael to come in, and you guys have been serious, you guys have put your cards on the table, you guys have made your intentions very clear with them that you're serious about this project. It's frustrating, like, I really wish that they would approach you guys with more open arms and an open heart, because as the fans, and I think what the people at the top, they need to recognize is that Formula One is a fan generated sport. It's not just the drivers and teams, but also the fans. And I think everybody, whether they're a Ferrari fan, Red Bull fan, McLaren fan, Mercedes fan, everybody would be rooting for Andretti Autosport, because it's just such an amazing name and legacy, as we touched on earlier. So I hope that they can see sense as well, Mario, and hopefully that the contractual talks behind the scene can continue to get done, and that they don't throw any more curveballs to make it unnecessarily difficult to enter. But then again, just from a complete this like dream coming true kind of element as well, Mario, I'd love to ask you this question. Should Andretti be granted, an entry spot into F1 for, 2024? And, you've got so many incredible and talented drivers in your stable, from the likes of your grandson, Marco Andretti, to title contenders in the IndyCar series, which are like Colton Herta and Alexander Rossi, and even to like an ex Formula One driver, Roman Grosjean as well. Of all the names I've listed there, and if there's any that you could think of outside of that, I'd welcome you to mention them too. Who would you like to see pilot the cars for Andretti Autosport in Formula One?
Well, at the moment, there's no question that there's a lot of weight put on the shoulders of Colton Herta. I think he has proven to us, for quite a few years now, that number one, his clear, honest desire to be in Formula One, since he trained from age 15. He was in England. He was Formula 4 until the family could not afford it anymore. Anyway, I think what he has proven so far at his very young age, at some of the road races that he won purely on speed and so forth, and his attitude, I think that's where he deserves a good chance and opportunity to be there, and he will be the one to be, with Michael's team. Again, you just mentioned earlier about the FIA. We have met with the FIA, the new president, and so forth, and we've been in touch, with them in every way, and they seem to be very supportive of this idea. I think right now it's a lot of it is in the hands of the teams, and it seems like the Liberty Media is depending so much on what the teams want to decide whether they want or not. I don't know if that's good or bad, but nevertheless, going back to that, I definitely feel that they should try to understand that how serious the approach is from Michael's side, from Andretti Global, to get this thing done and put every absolute effort into it. I mean, it's a huge, huge, huge investment into Formula One, which from a business side, it should be welcomed. And so that's where we are. But as far as the talents, going back to that question, yeah, Michael, we have spoken with the FIA. He's the team. They're willing to, they want to. They be part of the involvement is to field Formula 3, Formula 2 teams, so you could bring talents in and cultivate the talents like he's done even in Indy cars and USF, US 2000 and the Indy Lights and so forth, and how he's benefited from that, and always to have the opportunity of some American young lads that really would have the passion to come over, I mean, there's still some out there for sure, but this would be a good positive flow to have the talent to be able to train possibly for Formula One in that area. So the commitment from our side is huge in every way, and it was spelled out clearly to the FIA, and they embraced the idea for sure.